Opinions and stories around the game we love, told by your favorite storytellers. Stay up to date with all things cricket. Subscribe to Cricbuzz's YouTube channel and press that bell icon now.
Okay, so here's a question before we begin. How many captains has India had since Virat Kohli led in that test series in South Africa earlier this year? The answer is not 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's 5. 5 captains after Virat Kohli. You add him, we've had 6 captains. Come the ODI series against the West Indies, Shikhar Dhawan will lead India and we'll have 7 captains. Now this happened, of course, sometimes because of injuries, sometimes because of illnesses, sometimes because of workload management. But we've had 7 captains this year. Let's delve deep into each one of their journeys this year. Rohit Sharma, IPL's most successful captain, took over the reins from Virat Kohli, first in the T20Is, then across all formats. His first assignment was earlier this year as India's full-time captain against the West Indies, whitewashes in both ODIs and T20Is. Similar fate was to be met for Sri Lanka as well, who were whitewashed in the T20Is and then in that test series as well. He did miss out on the series against South Africa because he was to prepare for the test against England, but that he missed out because of a COVID infection. Came back, of course, to win the T20I series and win the ODIs as well. Now, Rohit's captaincy stint as India's full-time captain has gotten off to a great start. He'd like to continue doing that because he is, with all that's happening around his captaincy, still India's full-time captain. And the kind of experience that he brings in from the IPL of winning championships, India would hope that he can drive them to that elusive T20 World Cup title, that ICC trophy that's been eluding Team India for a very long time. Now, KL Rahul's name as India's leader shouldn't be a surprise. But KL Rahul leading Team India in a test match? That happened at the start of this year in that Johannesburg test where Virat Kohli was out injured. On the morning of the test match, KL Rahul had to lead Team India. India were hammered in that test match. Although he was already named India's captain in Rohit Sharma's absence for the ODIs against South Africa, India were hammered there as well. But KL Rahul as captain really came into his elements in the IPL, where he took the Lucknow Super Giants into the playoffs, their maiden season, and they were in that top 4. He did really show his captaincy exploits on the field there and has a lot of promise in him as a leader. Now, KL Rahul was also slated to lead Team India in that 5-match T20I series against South Africa at home. But then he got injured, which meant Rishabh Pant was to lead Team India. He's had, of course, captaincy experience in the IPL leading the Delhi Capitals, but this was different and Rishabh was about to find that out. They lost the first 2 games of that series. There was pressure on Rishabh Pant, but India bounced back, winning the next 2. The decider in Bengaluru was a washout, but Rishabh did display his captaincy exploits against South Africa. And who knows, the BCCI may have their gaze on Rishabh Pant as India's future captain. You never know. Now, Hardik Pandya may have only led in that Ireland T20I series for those 2 games where India didn't really send their A side to play. And yet, he might be one of the front runners to lead India in the future, at least in the white ball format. And why not? Look at what he did with the Gujarat Titans in the IPL. While being captain, his batting was uplifted, his bowling was uplifted. As a fielder, he's always been a gun fielder. Even in the Ireland series, India won the first game comfortably, but once they were under the pump in the second T20I, most of the decisions that Hardik took, they stuck. And that made a great mark for Hardik the captain. Perhaps in the future, who knows? Just when everything seemed perfect in India's preparation for that one-off test match in Edgbaston, COVID-19 struck Team India again. Rohit Sharma, India's captain, was down with COVID, which meant Jasprit Bumrah had to lead Team India in his absence. Now, this was a rare instance of a fast bowler leading Team India, the first since the great Kapil Dev led India in Test cricket. Jasprit Bumrah, though, was right on the money. As a player, he was. While batting, he scored 29 runs off his bat against Stuart Broad in just 1 over. Then came back with the ball, picked 3 wickets in the first innings, picked 2 in the second innings, was very smart with his tactical decisions in terms of captaincy on the field, but all of that could not stop England from winning that test match and levelling the series. But the kind of traits that he's displayed on the field, the composure that he's displayed on the field, he might just be in for the long haul as India's red ball captain for sure. Now, come the ODIs against the West Indies, Shikhar Dhawan will lead India. He's no stranger to leading Team India. He's led India before, and this might be his opportunity to show his captaincy traits once again. He only plays that one format for Team India, likes to excel with his bat. This time around, he has some extra added responsibility, would like to excel as a skipper as well. So then 6 captains for Team India across all formats in just 1 year, and the year hasn't ended. What are your thoughts on that? Also, what are you expecting from Shikhar Dhawan, the captain, come the ODIs against the West Indies? Let us know in the comments. We're across all social media platforms and we'll be waiting to hear from you.